Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, you know what they say, when it rains, it pours. And this has never been more true than right now. I apologize to all for not making my video for over a week. I was supposed to make it last Wednesday, and now here it is already the following Tuesday. But as promised, I'm going to try. I won't always succeed, but I'm going to try to make my video once a week. And so I'm making my video now for the week. I don't know whether I'll have time for another video sometime this week to make it up to you. Probably not. But the long and the short of it is that I have begun school. I have begun my new career, school career, and I'm going to school now, and I'm so thrilled, I'm so happy, I'm so proud. But, and it's going to be a lot of work. I have homework, in fact, tonight. I have homework due tonight, so I'm going to have to work on it just as soon as I'm done here. But, the sad part is, the sad thing is, that it's, that other than homework, I'm going to have voices, okay? I'm hearing a voice in my head, and it's back. It's the same voice I've always heard in my head, and it's back again. Just when I was beginning to start school, right when I was beginning to start school, the voice returned. And it may have been my own fault that the voice returned. I pulled a couple of all-nighters, a couple of nights in a row, and I didn't get very adequate sleep the rest of the time. And so my brain broke down somehow. I don't know exactly how it broke down, but my brain had a breakdown, and from all these all-nighters that I pulled. And I began hearing voices again right before school. So I'm going to school listening to this voice. I'm going to school listening to this voice, hearing its voice all the time, all around the clock. To give you an idea of the sort of things it's saying to me to distract me from my schoolwork. It's saying things like gang rape you, and calling me a moonbeam, and it's pretty nuts, and it talks all the time. And right now it's saying, you cannot escape me. Whatever that means, what you cannot escape me. I can escape it. I can up my dose of medication and escape it. But it's trying to make me think I can't escape it. And that shows some intelligence. I don't know if it's really an intelligent being or if it's an alter. It might be an alter. An alter is an alternate personality. And these alternate personalities can live in our head. And the way these alternate personalities work is that if somebody suffered very, very severe abuse, because alters are pretty rare and severe abuse is pretty rare. And if somebody suffered very severe abuse, these alter, and it has to be more than just physical or sexual, it has to also be sexual plus verbal. So sexual plus verbal abuse that's very severe can cause these alters to form, and they talk to you. And for some people they can take over. For me, they can't really take over, but they can certainly talk to me. Now that's one theory. Another theory is that it's evil spirits, and it could well be evil spirits or evil spirits involved in some capacity with annoying you. And I don't think I've done anything wrong to deserve this, even though the voice seems to think that I deserve whatever I get, because that's what my abuser thought. He thought I deserved whatever I got because just for being born a woman. Just for being born a woman. He was a woman hater. He was a misogynist. True misogynist. Not the fake kind of misogynist who just uses and abuses women. No, he actually hates women completely. Totally, utterly hates women. So, and that was my father. So these misogynists, they do exist, true misogynists that actually hate women very much. And they'll deny it to your face, but they do. When you get to know them, you realize they hate women a lot. And they might admit it to their friends. But I'm hearing the voice again. It's back. And badder than ever, and it's distracting me from my schoolwork and from the work I have to do. Fortunately, I'm not having any more severe hallucinations. It's manageable right now, but I've upped my dose, and it takes approximately a couple of weeks to 3 weeks to start working. That's how long it took last time I increased my dose. It took about 3 weeks. I don't think I've increased it enough. I'm on 5 milligrams, and I should really be taking 6 to 8 milligrams. So I'm gonna up my dose. But I was taking a lower dose than I wasn't supposed to be, and I did well on the lower dose for over a year. Okay, I was for over a year, I was on this lower dose, and I was doing just fine on the lower dose for over a year. And then just all of a sudden, out of the blue, boom, the voice came back, and I'm going to have to take something for it. I'm going to have to take some medication. So on to the topic of this video. So I have homework, so I got to make this brief. But the topic of this video is Feng Shui. And I know I've said in the past that I don't believe in Feng Shui. I don't follow Feng Shui. But it's been an ongoing on and off interest of mine, interested in Feng Shui for quite some time. And so I have sort of a love-hate relationship with Feng Shui. And what I read the other day, I was reading about Tai Sui specifically, not anything else, just Tai Sui. Tai Sui is this supernatural being. Supposedly he's in charge of all humans, but we don't know whether he's in charge of all humans or not. All we know is that he's a supernatural being, that he supposedly exists in heaven. If you face his direction or face away from his direction, so there's 2 directions out of 8. There's 8 directions. 8 directions. And if you face 2 out of those 8 directions, so in other words, 1/4 of all directions that you could face, he gets offended. And this is if your desk faces away from him or toward him, or if your bed faces away from him or toward him, or if your house door faces away from him or toward him. He gets angry, supposedly. We don't know whether he's real or not. But since the universe is so vast, practically anything we imagine could be real. Now, I'm not saying that he's in charge of all humans. He might be, he might not be, but I kind of think Goddess is in charge of all humans. So this Tai Sui is really unneeded. And because he's unneeded, he's sort of a mischief maker. He's like a demon in a way, because I know some people will be offended for me to call Tai Sui a demon, but he's kind of like a demon because he causes mischief for human beings that face the wrong direction. And supposedly he makes his home in the northwest corner of every home, or the northeast corner, or whatever corner it is. He makes his home in a corner of the household, and then causes mischief for anyone who faces that direction. That's kind of the definition of a demon. Because if you do something to cross them, or do something that they don't like, they immediately attack you. They immediately attack. And Goddess never attacks. So Goddess is good. Goddess is always good to us. But only a demon would attack somebody for facing a certain direction. Sorry to say it, folks. It's just true. If you love Tai Sui, don't get angry at me. But if he gets mad if you face a certain direction, he's not a nice guy. He's not a nice guy at all. You should be able to face whatever direction you want to without trouble. So I thought about it a lot, and I'm in the direction opposing Tai Sui. That's the location of my bedroom. And I've had a terrible, very rough year. It's been a rough year, and it's ended with the voice returning, and thinking it has something to do with Tai Sui, maybe, possibly. So I got some yaos. I got a lovely pair of yaos. They're beautiful. I love them. And I got this yao bracelet. You can see this yao bracelet. So whatever direction I face, I won't get on Tai Sui's bad side. You can see it looks like it just looks like a lump. It looks like a lump, but it's actually a yao. And yao is a heavenly creature, and supposedly it eats up wealth. It eats precious metals. It eats precious stones. And whatever it eats doesn't come out the other side. It doesn't excrete. So it accumulates wealth for you. It's a symbol of accumulating wealth for you. And the yao is a faithful creature. It's faithful unto the death. And it's an immortal creature. It lives in heaven. So the yao is an immortal creature that lives in heaven. And it's like a dragon. It looks like a dragon lion. A lion dragon. It's got a body kind of like a lion, and it's got a head like a dragon. So this yao is very auspicious, and it can protect you from harm. As specifically, it can protect you from Tai Sui. Now, supposedly it's Tai Sui's pet, and it appeases Tai Sui. But as long as it's protecting you from Tai Sui, I don't care whether Tai Sui is a good guy or not, or whether yao is his pet or not. I'm just glad that Tai Sui isn't bothering me anymore, because I've got my yaos. And the other thing that I suggest that you do to protect yourself from Tai Sui is get a goddess portrait and put it on your wall. And they recommend that you get a portrait of Tai Sui and put that on your wall to appease him, and that every time you see it, you'll think of Tai Sui. Well, I don't want to put a picture of Tai Sui on my wall. He's a mischief maker. He makes trouble. He makes trouble for human beings that face one direction out of four. One out of four directions, he punishes them. So I don't want to honor Tai Sui. I don't want him on my wall. And I don't think that he's in charge of humans or in charge of me. He's just a troublemaker. He makes trouble for people who face the wrong direction. So I don't want him on my wall. I don't want a troublemaker on my wall that makes trouble for human beings if they face the wrong direction. I don't want him on my wall. So whether he's a demon or not, or whether he's in charge or not, I just don't want him on my wall. I don't want some being that's going to be offended if I face the wrong direction on my wall. So I'm ordering some goddess images, and I'm going to put them on my wall. And every time I see them, instead of thinking of Tai Sui, I'll think of goddess. And I'm going to put them in the corner where they want me to put the Tai Sui image. So Tai Sui is actually an idol. If you go online and read a little bit about Tai Sui, if you look up Tai Sui idol, you'll find a whole bunch of websites, and they're not what you think. They're not Christian websites. They're actually Chinese websites and Feng Shui websites talking about how Tai Sui is an idol. And some people offer money and joss sticks and fruit to Tai Sui and fresh flowers, and they make offerings to Tai Sui each year, and they honor Tai Sui each year, and they do all sorts of things trying to appease Tai Sui and gain his favor so that their career luck will be brilliant. He's basically a god, okay? Tai Sui is a god, and people worship him. Well, I don't worship Tai Sui. I just do not have those beliefs. I do not believe in Tai Sui, and I do not worship him. He may be one of the Taoist gods or Taoist gods. I'm not sure. He might be a Taoist god, and if so, the Taoists are entitled to their own gods and goddesses if they believe in those, mostly gods, because they're male chauvinists. They worship mostly male gods. But if you believe in Tai Sui, that's great. If you want to put him on your wall, all the more power to you. I don't have anything against other religions, but I do not believe personally in Tai Sui as a god. I don't believe that he's a god. He has the power to harm and the power to make mischief, yes, but he's not a god, and I'm not going to worship him. So I worship goddess. I worship goddess exclusively. So I'm going to put goddess on my wall where Tai Sui would have gone. And right now in this year, which is 2019, the place to place goddess image is in the northwest. Either the northwest corner or the center of the northwest, wherever the northwest is. So if the northwest in your home falls in a corner, put a goddess image in that corner. If the northwest falls in on a wall, in the middle of a wall, put the goddess image in the middle of that wall where the northwest faces. And so put up a goddess image in the corner where Tai Sui will be. And believe it or not, goddess will be able to protect you from Tai Sui because she has that power. She is supreme in heaven or in paradise, whichever you prefer. Paradise is the term I prefer. Some people prefer heaven. The Chinese use the term heaven. They've adopted it from the West, but they have their own term for heaven, but they translate it as heaven. But I translate it as, I say paradise. So goddess is supreme in paradise, and she rules supreme. And she can do whatever she feels like, and if you put an image of her up, then Tai Sui, even if he is in charge, even if goddess did put him in charge, he will not be able to harm you if goddess image is there. He's vulnerable to goddess. It's appealing to a higher power. She's the higher power, and she rules supreme, and no one will be able to hurt you if the goddess image is there. Now you wonder, well, what kind of a goddess image should I get? You can get any goddess image as long as it's goddess. I'm fine with any goddess image that you choose. Pick a goddess image of your choosing. There's some nice ones on Redbubble. Redbubble is a good source for goddess images. There's several goddess images there. You could even put the triple goddess if you like. I chose some Hindu goddesses. I chose Durga specifically because Durga has power over demons. Durga can defeat demons and put them down and defeat them utterly. She has the supreme power over demons. So I'm putting up a picture of Durga, but I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't gotten my Durga poster yet, but I'm going to soon. And I also got a couple more goddess images because I've been wanting them forever. I got Lakshmi, who is a goddess of wealth, but so much more than just wealth. All abundance and all good things come from Lakshmi. And, food, clothing, medicine, anything you need. She supplies the earth with its abundance that it supplies to humans. So I got Lakshmi, and I also got Sarasvati. Now, Sarasvati is a goddess of learning and of the arts. And she's a patron of the arts, and she loves study and learning and professors and everything. She's the goddess of professors. So I got her to remind me to study. And that one's going in my room because I want to see her all the time and have her reminding me to hit the books and to really study hard. And so I've got 3 goddess images. Now, next year, I'll tell you when the Chinese New Year is. The Chinese New Year is on January 25th, but for Feng Shui purposes, it begins on the solar New Year, which is February 4th each year. Each year, February 4th is the Chinese solar New Year, and that's February 4th is when you make the Feng Shui changes. You can make them sooner if you feel the vibes have changed in your household, like you can feel the new energy and things have changed, and you can put that stuff up then. But February 4th is the official date. And on February 4th, Tai Sui's corner moves from the northwest to the north. It'll be the north-south, all these homes. If you want protection from Tai Sui, put the yaos in the south facing north. Okay? And put in the north-facing corner, the north-facing corner or the north center of your house, put a picture of Goddess. And that should protect you from any mischief that Tai Sui might make for you. I don't have any other Feng Shui tips for you, just Tai Sui. If you want to learn more about Feng Shui, there's lots of information online. But basically, I just wanted to let you know for the new year, what to do to make sure that you're protected from Tai Sui, because that's the main thing. And Tai Sui, a lot of people who practice Feng Shui don't believe in Tai Sui. They believe that Feng Shui is a science. It's actually a pseudoscience, but they don't believe in Tai Sui, and they don't believe he's real, and they don't follow the recommendations for Tai Sui, or they just think that it's a bad direction to face. That it's one of the bad key that is in that direction, or that maybe it's like the 3 killings or Sui Po, that it's just a bad direction to face. Next year, Sui Po and the 3 killings will be in the south. So the thing to do for the 3 killings is to weaken the base energy of that section of your home. Weaken the base energy. So if the base energy, if the element is wood, for example, You can put something made of metal there, or something to do with fire there. Now, not a real fire. You don't have to put a fireplace, or you can put candles. It's not necessary, but a bright light is considered fire. So any bright light will do. A bright light is the productive, harmonious cycle. Metal is the destructive cycle, and you want to avoid the destructive cycle if you can. But if there's nothing else you can use there, if you can't use a bright light there, and you can't put a bright light there in the south, just use. Okay, it isn't necessarily wood. You don't know. Okay, the south, the energy of the south is fire. The energy of the south is fire. So this coming year, you'll want to use some earth artifacts. And earth absorbs fire, and it puts it out. So use something made of ceramic, and then the color is yellow and the shape is square. So yellow, square, ceramics. That's you heard it here, folks, first. That's what to put for the... But there's another problem in the southern area. Let me try to think of it. Sui Po is the other bad thing in the south. And I don't remember what exactly to do for Sui Po. I think that it's good enough to weaken the base energy of the place, but the yaos will protect you for sure. Get the yaos, put them in the south facing north, and put a goddess, and put in some ceramics, and put there's some things that I think the Wen Chang pagoda is something made of ceramic that's good to put for Sui Po, and then put a goddess image in the north corner, or the north facing wall, and then you should be protected for the year. I've been studying it quite a bit. I've been reading about Tai Sui and what to do for him, and I came up with this solution. The solution is to trump him. And I know you don't like the word trump, but somebody ruined the word trump for us and made Trump synonymous with badness and evil. But you can trump the Trump. You can trump the guy that holds all the cards, that's in a position of power, and that's with goddess. Goddess's power trumps all. The queen always trumps all. So she's the queen of heaven, and she's number one. She's number one, and her power trumps everybody else's power, and makes it neutralizes the powers that be, including Tai Sui. Tai Sui has no power over you when the goddess is there. So now you know what to do. You don't have to do it if you don't believe in it or if you don't want to, but it's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion for some place where you can hang your goddess images, and I know that you do have goddess images and that you love goddess. So that's some place where you can hang a goddess image. It's just an excuse to hang another goddess image up, or two or three, whatever you prefer. And weakening the base energy of a place is good for the 3 killings. And Sui Po, go ahead and get ceramics, or get Wen Chang pagoda, or a Wu Luo, or any of there's going to be some illness stars in the south. It's going to be number two, black. I think it's the name. Two black is an Earth star. So if you don't want to put Earth, that's okay. What you can put instead of Earth, instead of putting Earth in that section to absorb the fire, you can put water, and water will put out the fire. So that'll neutralize the 3 killings. Water will. So go ahead and put in a water artifact. You could put a fountain. A fountain is fine, or ceramics, but ceramics might aggravate the bad star. See how difficult this can be? You know, Feng Shui can be quite difficult. It can be difficult to figure out what to do. But go ahead and put in water artifact. You can put in all 5 elements if wood, fire, earth, metal, and water are the 5 elements. You can put in 5 elements to try to improve the flow in that area, because you can't go wrong with all 5 elements. When you have all 5 elements present, the energy of a place is pretty good. So that's it. Feng Shui for your home. Go ahead and study it. It's kind of a complex subject, but there's plenty to learn. And have a great 2020. It's a metal rat year. Metal rats everywhere. Rejoice. The only metal rats we have right now are 60-year-olds, so they're turning 60 this year, and they're metal rats. You can also have metal rat as your day stem. That's another subject for another video. That's the Bazi chart. Bazi, B-A-Z-I. Bazi is a chart that shows all the animals. For you get 4 or 5 animals, 4 or 5 depending on the Bazi chart. And you can even get an animal for your minute of birth, or your hour, or your day, or your month, or your year. So there's 4 or 5 animals. Go ahead and check out Bazi charts. It's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. And there's lots of free calculators online to do your Bazi chart. And different sites will tell you different things. So do it 2 or 3 times before you decide what the accurate Bazi reading is. But metal rat is my mom is a rat, but she's not a metal rat, but she's a rat. And rats are very enterprising, and they are always first. So this is a year of firsts. This is a good year to start something new, and so I'm starting something new. I'm going to school, and I'm hoping for great success and great luck. And I hope the rat will bring me great luck. Have a great week. Enjoy exploring the Chinese New Year that's to come. The Chinese New Year is coming January 25th. Wear some of the red, and I'll see you next time.